The Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve. It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of a complete line of famous quality food products. Well, it's March. March came into Summerfield like a lamb. The thermometer went up to 60, and Gildersleeve slowed right down to a walk. In fact, it was 11:30 in the morning when he came strolling into his office.
Well, hello, Bessie. Fine day.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, everybody's been after you. I've just been going crazy. The mayor's office called. They want you to call right back. Judge Hooker phoned to confirm your lunch engagement. You got a wire from the Boston Gear Works. They say it may be 6 weeks. Call Mr. Anderson, please. A man came in, but he went right away. The bank claims you're overdrawn. Is it all right if I go to lunch a little early?
I think I'll go home.
I beg pardon?
Nothing.
Shall I call Charlie Anderson out at the reservoir?
Well, not yet. Let me get my coat and hat off first.
Hi, Gildy.
Oh, hello, Judge.
Well, all ready? Let's go then.
Go where?
Why, to lunch.
Lunch? I just this minute got here.
I can't help that. We had an engagement for lunch. If you choose to come sauntering in here at 11:30...
I did not saunter. I've been rushing ever since I got up. Well, I had a lot of things to do, that's all. Anyway, who wants to eat lunch at 11:30?
Well, I thought we might try the Rambler Rose Tea Room. You know how crowded it gets. But if we start now...
Why go there, for heaven's sake? It's full of women.
Oh, but they have such delicious bran muffins.
I hate bran muffins, you old goat. And I'm not going to any tea room.
They have butterscotch pecan pie, Gildy.
I hate butter. Are you sure?
If you get there early enough, specialty of the house.
Well, just let me run through my mail, Judge, and I'll be right with you.
Now, make it fast.
Bessie, where is that girl?
In here, Mr. Gildersleeve, in your office.
Oh. Open up a window or something, Bessie. It smells like yesterday in here.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's in the mail this morning?
Just letters.
Just letters. Oh, well. I know, but is there anything important? Anything requiring my immediate attention?
Well, there's a letter from someone named McGregor. He's coming to see you.
Someone named McGregor. It's a state water inspector. What does he want? Let's see. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, Esquire, Department of Water, City Hall, Summerfield. Dear sir.
Gildy, the bran muffins are always gone by 12 o'clock.
Will you forget your bran muffins? This may be important, Judge. I've had some nasty correspondence with this guy. I think he's laying for me.
Well, hurry up.
Let's see. Dear sir, this is to inform you that I shall arrive in your town Friday afternoon at 5:45 on a routine tour of inspection. Routine. Ha! He isn't fooling me. Your cooperation in facilitating a thorough inspection of your plant and facilities and all books and records pertaining thereto will be appreciated. Very truly, T.P. McGregor, State Inspector of Public Water Supply.
Well, shall we go?
I don't think I'll be eating any lunch today, Horace, or any dinner either. Bessie, bring me the file on water consumption.
Water consumption? The envelope's right on your desk, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Where? Where is it? So much stuff here you can't see the woods for the trees.
Here it is. Was there some particular figure you wanted?
The figures for 1945 and 1944. Want to make a comparison for McGregor. Got to beat him to the draw.
Here they are, right in top.
Oh, there. Funny, I didn't see it. Must be getting punchy. I'm not used to working all day like this, I guess.
No, sir, you're not.
I mean without lunch, Bessie. It's a long day without lunch.
Yes, sir. Would you like me to go out and get you another sandwich?
Never mind. And get rid of these paper plates, will you, Bessie?
Yes, sir.
Here. Now, water consumption 1945. 802,000 gallons. That's pretty good. Now, in 1944, 868,000 gallons. We lost 60,000 gallons or more. We're slipping, Bessie. Why hasn't someone called this to my attention?
I put the report on your desk, Mr. Gildersleeve.
I know, but it looks like, well, just any other report. How did I know it would mean anything?
I don't know.
Wonder what it does mean. I wonder if McGregor's got wind of this.
How could he if you didn't know it yourself?
Yeah, that's right. Still, it's funny his coming to snoop around here all of a sudden, Bessie. Never came before. Almost 5 years I've been here, and nobody's bothered me. Well, there's nothing shady going on in my department. I may be sloppy, but I'm not shady. Am I, Bessie?
No, sir, you're not. Shady.
Yes, I've got to write a report explaining the decline in water consumption, though, Bessie. Otherwise, McGregor may blame me for it. Got your book?
Yes, sir.
Okay, take a report. Report on water consumption 1945. While at first appearance the water consumption figures for 1945 may appear to show a decline, there are several factors to explain it.
Yes, sir?
I'm trying to think of some factors. Let's see. Small-time bureaucrat. Don't put that down, Bessie. Several factors to explain the decline. The difficulties of reconversion? Strikes?
We haven't had any strikes in Summerfield.
Put it down, Bessie. It's better than nothing. We haven't had any reconversion either. 66,000 gallons less in 1945. But is it my fault if people don't want to wash? Besides, what business is it of the inspectors? Yeah, who does he think he is? Tear up that stuff. Wait a minute, Bessie. Someone just came in. I'm busy, you understand? I'm going to see nobody.
Yes, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'll take care of it.
Hiya, Bessie. Is the boss here?
Yes, he is, Leroy, but he's awfully busy.
That's okay. I only have to see him for a minute.
Well, he distinctly said, what is it you wanted?
It's personal, Bessie, and important, too.
Well, say, here comes your sister.
My sister? Hey, Marge, what's the idea?
Leroy, what are you doing here?
Same thing you are. I got here first.
I told you he's very busy, Leroy.
He'll see me. Hey, can I see you for a sec?
Confound it, Leroy. Bessie told you I was busy.
I know, but she always says that.
It just so happens that today I am busy. What is it you want?
You tell him, Marge.
Go ahead. You wanted to be first.
No, you go ahead.
What is this?
Well, could I have my March allowance, Unc?
No. What is it you want, my dear?
Nothing, I guess.
You must have come in here for something. Now, what is it?
Her April allowance.
Leroy! You spoil everything.
Me? I'd have got mine if you hadn't come busting in, too.
You would not. Now, listen here, you kids. You walk in here without a care in the world. You just want money to fritter away on nothing.
Well, I wanted it for...
Whatever it is, it's nothing. What is your old uncle doing while you think only of asking him for money?
Working?
That's not all. I got a letter this morning from the State Inspector of Water. He's coming here tomorrow afternoon to go over my books. Every bank deposit, every check, every penny.
Gosh.
That means I have to get everything in order. It's a tremendous job. Why, I haven't left my desk today, not even for lunch.
Oh, gee, Unky, that's terrible. I wouldn't have bothered you if I'd known.
No, neither would I.
Now, just try to remember that your old uncle is carrying a big load on his shoulders.
I'm sorry if we disturbed you, Unky.
Yeah, same here.
Is there anything I could do to help?
Is there anything I could do?
No. Thank you, children. Just run along. Here. Here's $1 apiece to get you through the afternoon.
Oh, thank you, Unky.
Thanks, Unc. You're super. Could you make it $1.25?
No! Now get out of here and let me get to work. Well, Bessie, let's forget 1945. That's water over the dam. How are we doing in 1946?
In what respect?
The first quarter. How much money did we bill in January, February, and March?
The March bills haven't gone out yet.
Haven't gone out? Ye gods, Bessie. Why not?
I told you, the meter reader had the flu.
That's no excuse, Bessie. Confound it, we've got to have some system around here. Somebody just came in, Bessie. Tell him I'm busy.
Yes, sir.
And this time I mean it.
Yes, sir.
Where's Gildersleeve? Where's the chick that runs this office? Where is everybody?
Uncle Charlie, Bessie, shut the door here. Tell him I can't possibly see him now.
Yes, sir, I'll tell him.
Oh, well, there you are. Where's the fat boy?
Oh?
Are you referring to Mr. Gildersleeve?
You know who I'm referring to, chick. Is he still out to lunch, or is he taking a snooze?
Mr. Gildersleeve is in his office, and he can hear every word you say.
That's good. Charlie Anderson here to see you, Commissioner.
I'm not here.
Mr. Mr. Gildersleeve is very busy. He can't possibly see you this afternoon, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, he can't he?
Now, see here, Charlie Anderson. I've stood about enough from you.
You ain't stood nothing yet. Where's that worm gear I told you had to have?
Well, I've ordered it, Charlie.
I know that. You've been telling me that right along.
I got a wire from the Boston Gear people this morning. We'll have it in 6 weeks.
6 weeks? I told you a month ago I had to have it right away.
Charlie, there's a war on.
The war's over, and I'm tired nursing that pump like a baby. I'm just going to let her run down tomorrow.
Charlie, you've got to keep that pump going. It's a matter of life and death.
That's what I've been telling you. Week in, week out, you just sit there in your swell office smoking them swell cigars and telling me to keep my shirt on.
Have a cigar, Charlie.
I'll take one, but I don't mean nothing by it. This is one time you stalled too long, Commissioner.
Charlie, you're not quitting.
Quitting? Heck no. I'm going to sit right there by the reservoir and draw my pay while that dad-busted pump kicks itself to pieces. Then in a couple of days, you'll go to the sink and turn on the water, and all you'll hear is...
Charlie, I'll telephone the gear people. I'll come out and help you with my own hands.
Yeah, I'll be out there waiting for you. But don't forget to bring your overalls.
I don't know, Bessie. Looks like I'm cornered. But we mustn't be downhearted. Chin up, Bessie. Remember, the night is always darkest just before the dawn. I wonder if there's anything in that.
Probably you know that our government still needs a great deal of nutritious cheddar cheese. But you can get Kraft's famous cheese food, Velveeta, with the wonderfully rich yet mild cheddar cheese flavor. There's the thing to satisfy the cheese lovers at your house. Spread or slice golden Velveeta for snacks and sandwiches. See how perfectly Velveeta melts for hot dishes. With Lent beginning so soon, remember the easy recipe for Velveeta sauce. Just melt 1/2 pound of Velveeta in the top of a double boiler, then stir in 1/3 cup of milk. There's a gloriously rich, smooth cheese sauce that's delicious on fish or eggs. And nutritious, too, for Velveeta helps supply high-quality, complete protein, milk minerals, food energy, riboflavin, and vitamin A. In the food stores these days, keep your eyes open for the delicious cheese food of Kraft quality. The yellow packages of the genuine are always plainly marked Velveeta. Now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. A night of worried half-sleep with visions of the water inspector dancing through his head, plus a morning spent wrestling with unfamiliar and contradictory figures on water sales and telephoning Charlie Anderson at the reservoir, has reduced him to a state where he requires the services of Floyd Munson, the friendly barber.
Give me a massage, will you, Floyd?
Oh, stepping out?
No. Just so darn tired and jittery, I had to do something. Think a massage will help?
I guarantee it. Stretch out in a chair there, Commissioner, and in 10 minutes I'll have you looking like Sonny Tufts.
I don't care who I look like. I want to feel good.
Okay, you'll feel like Sonny Tufts. I'll lay down. How come you're so knocked out, Commissioner? Don't seem like you to work yourself so hard.
I work just as hard as anybody in this town, Floyd.
Only kidding, Mr. Gildersleeve. Just the same, when you're tired, it's news.
Yeah. Been going crazy the last 24 hours. That's why I'm tired. The state water inspector's coming in 6 o'clock this evening to give my place the once-over.
Oh, a little shortage in the cash drawer?
Floyd.
Only kidding. Gosh, this thing's got you kind of edgy.
Ordinarily, I'd welcome it. I've got as well-run a department as there is in this state. Right now, my meter reader's got the flu, my secretary can't add 2 and 2, and my chief engineer's on a sit-down strike for a worm gear.
You don't say.
Yeah, so this inspector's liable to turn in a bad report and make trouble for me.
Yeah, I guess he could at that. Well, get this hot towel on your kisser and you'll feel better right off. There. Oh.
What kind of a guy is this inspector, huh?
That's what I was going to ask
line.
you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Try it again. Well, what kind of a guy is this, Inspector?
You confused me with that towel. He's a small-time bureaucrat, I suppose. I never saw the fellow.
Well, they're all alike.
Yeah?
Every one of them's alike. There's only one way to handle them, Commissioner.
Oh, what's that?
Show him a good time. Never let him get around to any inspecting.
Well, that don't sound so easy.
Sure, it's easy. When the fellow's on a trip, he wants a little fun, don't he?
I suppose so.
Sure. Why, when I was in Barber College, the State Barber Commission visited the school to give it the double O. Professors took them out and showed them the town. Did we get a swell report? Never got inside the college.
This may be a little different, Floyd. This fellow McGregor sounds like he's out for blood, though. He writes a tough letter.
Oh, it's nothing but front. Down underneath, he's looking for a good time.
Yeah, but I don't even know him. I wouldn't know how to entertain a stranger for a whole evening.
Well, now, Commissioner, I ain't saying you ought to take him to your house and discuss the price of eggs all evening. A fellow like that wants to meet some girls.
How do you know he does? Maybe he's too old.
If he's too old for girls, he wouldn't be taking trips. Yeah, it's a way to handle him, Mr. Gildersleeve.
By George, Floyd, you may be right. Under ordinary circumstances, I wouldn't consider it, you understand. But I'm desperate.
Sure. Now, if you don't know any girls, there's a couple of waitresses at the Busy Bee. Nice kids. Good dancers. You know, make a noise like a party.
It won't be necessary for you to provide the ladies, Floyd. Let me out of here.
How about your massage?
Yeah, I'll take a rain check. I gotta get started on this.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Mind if I use your phone, Peavy?
Not at all. You'll find it right in your phone booth.
Oh,
there.
thanks. Oh, my goodness, no change. Give me 2 nickels for a dime, will you?
Yeah, sounds like a fair enough proposition. Thinking of calling up somebody, are you?
Oh, no, I was planning to wash out my socks in there. What do people usually do in telephone booths?
I sometimes wonder.
Yes.
Now, you take the young people now. They seem to come in just to carve their initials and dispose of their chewing gum. And other people,
Look, Peavy, I'm in a hurry. Never mind what they do in phone booths.
Well, you are.
Never mind, I'm in a hurry. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to make a phone call.
Well, go ahead, man. Make it.
Well, give me my nickels.
Didn't Mr. Gildersleeve, I beg your pardon. I took your dime and I didn't give you your nickels. Now, that just goes to show how you can get your mind on something and then... You did give me the dime, didn't you?
Certainly I gave you the dime.
That's what I thought. There you are. Thank you very much, and call again.
Hope she hasn't left the house, that's all. How do you close the door on this darn booth?
Oh, you needn't close it, Mr. Gildersleeve. That is, unless you want to.
Well, I want to.
Well, perhaps I can help you. I only suggested leaving it open because some of our customers find that the booth tends to steam up on an extended phone call.
You want me to leave it open so you can hear what I've got to say?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Well, then help me close it.
Are you in?
I'm in.
Yeah, easy does it.
There. Busy, confound it. Talk. Well, I'll try her again. Go nuts, I'll go over there. How about it, huh, Leela? How about it?
Well, I don't know. As I say, I have this other engagement. What kind of a party was it going to be, Throckmorton?
Oh, swell party, Leela. We'll do the town. You see, I've got this friend coming from out of town. I thought we'd all go out
You
together.
didn't tell me about your friend, Throckmorton. What's he like?
Well, he's not a friend exactly, Leela. I mean, I've never met him. Well, his name's McGregor. T.P. McGregor. He's a water inspector.
A water inspector? You're asking me to go out with a
Oh,
water...
not just you. I thought I'd invite Eve Goodwin, too. Thought we'd make it a sort of a foursome. A girl for each of the fellas. Don't you think that would be fun?
Well, I suppose a school teacher could get along with a water inspector, and vice versa. But it doesn't sound like any riot. Maybe we could shake them later, huh?
Oh, hell. As a matter of fact, I thought that I'd sort of pair off with Eve, Leela.
And stick me with a water inspector? Oh, no.
But you don't understand. This fellow McGregor is a big shot. He works for the state. Why, he could get me fired tomorrow. That is, if there was any reason to fire me, which of course there isn't. Why should anybody want to fire me? That's ridiculous. I'd just like to see him try. He could, though.
I fail to see what that has to do with me.
Well, don't you see, Leela? Here's this fellow from out of town. He probably wants a little fun. So I thought if you could, kind of be nice to him and kid him along and entertain him, maybe put in a word for me at the same time.
Let Eve Goodwin entertain him.
Oh, you know Eve, Leela. She's a swell girl, but she's kind of intellectual for this type of fellow. Eve is such a lady.
Well, I just wish that one of my male relatives could hear you say that.
Well, you know what I mean, Leela. God.
Mr. Gildersleeve, I don't know what kind of brawl you're planning, but you may plan it without me.
Leela, don't be like that.
I am not giving up a lecture by Burton Holmes for a wrestling match with a water inspector.
Yum. Now what do I do? Try Eve? If I can't get Leela, what chance do I stand with Eve? You said it. None. Well, Gildersleeve, I guess there's nothing to do now but go back to the office and face the music. It's too late now, boy. Too late now. No use trying to cover up. Just face the music, that's all. You've made your bed. Now lie in it. What time is it now, Bessie?
What time? 20 minutes to 6.
He could come any time now, any time. Well, why doesn't he come?
Mr. Gildersleeve, are you all right?
Sure, I'm all right. I'm sitting pretty, I am. Equipment breaking down, organization falling to pieces, people threatening to resign, and your best friends won't even give you a hand.
Maybe you should take an aspirin.
All I asked her to do was be a little nice to him. Now, Floyd, he isn't a particular friend of mine, but at least he offered to help. Even offered to arrange a party. Hey, say, Bessie.
Yes, sir.
Bessie, get me Floyd Munson on the telephone. Quickly, get me Floyd Munson.
Floyd?
The barber shop. Here, I'll get it myself. Now, close my door, Bessie. If Mr. McGregor arrives, ask him to wait out there just 1 minute.
Barber shop.
Floyd?
Yeah.
Gildersleeve. Say, about those girls you mentioned, Floyd, the ones that work at the sandwich shop.
I thought I'd be hearing from you, Commish. What about them?
You think you could line them up for this evening? I know it's kind of short notice.
No such a thing as short notice with them girls. They're ready for fun at the drop of a hat.
Well, my friend McGregor won't be here, well, for a minute at least, and I'd kind of like to, kind of get things started right away. And since the Busy Bee is right across
Commissioner, you just sit tight there, and I'll have the girls over to your office in 5 minutes. If they ain't doing something else.
They're not doing something else. Oh, but there's sure to be girls as popular as that. Why get your hopes up? Gosh, I should have told them to call me back. Now I don't know where I stand. This is my last hope. My last hope. If this fails, I fail. 10 minutes to 6. They must have been late, thank goodness. Why doesn't Floyd call? Why doesn't he... Hello, Floyd?
Yeah, Commish.
Mr. Gildersleeve, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Just a second, Floyd. Bessie, I'm on the telephone. I know. Tell the inspector I'll be right out. Now close the door.
Mr. Gildersleeve says it's...
Hello, Floyd. What's a good word?
It's all set, Commissioner. The girls are on the way over. They should be there any minute.
Gosh, Floyd, I don't know how I can ever thank you.
That's okay. Don't thank me. Thank the girls. I think you're going to like these girls, Commissioner. A lot of fun. The big blonde does imitations if you coax her right. The little dark one's pretty good on the banjo.
Well, thanks a million, Floyd. Thanks a million. Saved by the bell. I only hope the inspector brought his banjo. Will we show him a time? Well, mustn't keep him waiting. load up with a few cigars here first. Well, Bessie, where's the...
Are you Mr. Gildersleeve?
Yeah, but I can't see you now, lady. I'm very busy. Bessie, I thought you said Inspector McGregor was here.
I am Inspector McGregor.
Yes, You're... You mean you're T.P. McGregor?
Teresa McGregor, yes.
What do you know about that?
Well, shall we get down to business?
Oh, by all means. Yes, indeed. We always work late here. Yes, indeed. Oh, the girls. Bessie, lock that door. Lock it. Oh! That's all, brother.
The great Gildersleeve will be right back, so stick around. If you have youngsters at your house, we certainly hope your refrigerator holds a package or two of the famous cheese food Velveeta. For there's the cheese food youngsters particularly go for. And Velveeta is so good for them. Hidden in Velveeta's rich yet mild cheddar cheese flavor, there's high-quality complete protein for strong muscles, important milk minerals, food energy, riboflavin, and vitamin A. All this Velveeta puts into good eating snacks and sandwiches. Remember, too, how perfectly Velveeta melts for hot main dishes you may be serving more often during Lent. When you shop, look for the cheese food of Kraft quality. Genuine Velveeta.
Oh, dear. You know, Mr. Gildersleeve, you're really outrageous.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know when I've laughed so hard.
Yeah, me too. Have another bran muffin, Inspector.
Oh, no, I really shouldn't. They are delicious, though.
Waitress, some more of these bran muffins for Miss McGregor. It is Miss, isn't it?
No, unfortunately, Mrs.
Oh, yeah.
But my husband passed on some years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I've tried to fill his shoes. Been difficult at times.
Yeah, tremendous load for a woman. May I say that I admire you for it?
Thank you. And may I say that I found this dinner most enjoyable? These inspection trips are usually so dull.
Yes. I suppose we'll have to be getting back to the office.
Yes, I suppose so.
Speaking of the office, I can't get over those two girls thinking my office was the oculist's.
Yes, it was odd.
Nearsighted, I guess. Say, I was just thinking.
What?
No, I don't guess so.
What?
Well, no.
Oh, come on.
Well, how would you like to go to a Burton Holmes lecture?
Why not? After all, this inspection is purely routine.
Of course.
We can clean it up in 5 minutes tomorrow morning.
Sure. Well, better get started. Let me get your wrap, Inspector. Good night, folks. Don't worry about me.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Wheaton and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. Leroy and Marjorie are played by Walter Tetley and Louise Erickson. Leela Ransom is Shirley Mitchell, and Judge Hooker and Mr. Peavy are Earl Ross and Richard LeGrand. This is John Lang speaking for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
Remember, there are delicious prepared mustards, too, in Kraft's famous line of quality foods. First in the popularity parade is Kraft Salad Mustard, the mustard with the golden color and the tangy flavor that adds such zest to salad dressings, hot-cooked vegetables, egg and cheese dishes. Then there's this sharper variety your dealer is featuring. It's the Kraft Mustard with snappy horseradish added, smacking good on sausage meats and in sauces for fish. Why not buy both delicious varieties? Ask for Kraft Salad Mustard and Kraft Horseradish Mustard when you shop tomorrow.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve. It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of a complete line of famous quality food products. There's something going on at Gildersleeve's house. All day, Gildersleeve's niece, Marjorie, has been running up and down stairs, telephoning, consulting with Bertie. And right now, she's closeted in secret conference with her dearest friend, Francie Dillon. Gildersleeve is downstairs, possessing his soul in patience. But Leroy, we're sorry to say, is listening outside Marjorie's door.
Who's taking you to the dance tomorrow, Francie? I haven't decided yet. 3 or 4 boys have asked me, but I hate to tie myself down. Who's taking you? Ben, I guess. What do you mean you guess? Well, he hasn't exactly asked me yet. Well, for goodness sakes, it's about time. Can't you get him on his horse? Ben will ask me when I get good and ready. I mean, when he gets good and ready. He's coming over tonight. Honestly, Marjorie, I don't know what you see in Ben. He's so slow. You wouldn't say that if you really knew him. Well, he must have something. Well, Ben is older than the crowd you run around with. Personally, I find older men more interesting. If you ask me, all boys are alike, even the nicest ones. Just when you think maybe something's going to happen, they're liable to start talking about baseball. Ben likes hockey. What do you mean about something going to happen? Oh, you know. What? They might kiss you. I never let boys kiss me. Oh, neither do I. Oh, brother. Leroy! You little... Uncle Mort!
What is it now, Marjorie?
Leroy was listening outside my door.
Leroy. You come down here at once.
Oh, for corn's sake, squealer.
Now, what is this, Leroy? You know we don't listen to other people's conversations.
Well, Aunt, this wasn't a conversation. It was just a lot of girl stuff.
I don't care. Girl stuff is what girls think is important. Maybe it is to them. Anyway, it's up to you to leave them alone.
I never would have listened, only they practically dared me to.
How do you mean? Why should they dare you to listen?
I don't know. That's girls for you. I was just sitting there in my room, minding my own business, and after a while I opened the door to see if I was listening.
Oh, were you?
Nah, girls. Then they began to giggle and squeal.
Yeah, I could hear them way down here.
No, I was coming downstairs anyway, so I just stopped to listen for a minute.
And you shouldn't have done it, Leroy. No matter how great the temptation, no gentleman listens at a lady's door.
Okay, I shouldn't have done it.
That's not the spirit, my boy. Say you're sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's better. What were they talking about?
What do they always talk about? Boys.
Boys, you say? Oh, anything in particular?
Nah, just a lot of hot air. They're talking about the dance tomorrow night and who's taking who and all that kind of stuff.
What kind of stuff?
How should I know? Gosh, why don't you go listen for yourself?
Leroy?
Sorry, Unc.
You watch your step, young man. Now go outdoors and play for a while. Get some fresh air before supper.
Okay, that's what I was going to do anyway.
And don't slam the door.
More coffee, Uncle Mort?
No, thank you, my dear. More than 3 cups tend to make me a little wakeful.
There's plenty. I don't see why I can't have any. When can I have coffee, Unc?
When you're 21.
21? Well, I've just been drinking coffee for a year, and she's only...
That will do, my boy. When you're 21, you may have coffee.
Can I smoke then, too?
If you wish.
Boy, that'll be my big year.
Yes.
Doorbell. I'll go. It's probably Ben.
Confounded Marjorie. I wish your friends would remember that people eat. I had to practically kick Francie out of here so we could sit down, and now... Well, don't keep him standing out there.
Oh, I'm all through. I'll take him in the parlor. She's got to sign him up for the dance tomorrow. Oh, shut up.
you are. Good thought you got early.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, evening, Mr. Gildersleeve. Hi, Leroy.
Good evening, Ben. Had your supper, have you?
Oh, sure. I'll just wait in the parlor while you finish, huh?
Oh, we're all through now. We can all go in the parlor. Hey, Ben, you want to see my gas mask? It's really an army gas mask. Costs $1.25.
I don't think I'd get much fun out of it, thanks, Leroy.
Okay, then I'll show you my new chemical experiment. It's super.
Leroy, for heaven's sake.
Ben is here to see your sister, Leroy. It won't be necessary for you to entertain him. Shall we go into the parlor, my dear?
You don't have to entertain us either, Uncle.
What? Oh, well, just for a minute. Say, Ben, did I ever tell you about the time?
Great old guy, your uncle. Well, he does kind of hang around.
Why'd you keep asking him questions? He couldn't get away.
Just being polite. I have to be polite to your uncle, don't I?
You think he was the one you came to see. I'll bet he's told you about Camp Dix hundreds of times, but you let him go through the whole thing. Evening's practically shot now.
Yeah, guess it's pretty late at that.
I don't think it's particularly late. But of course, if you're bored.
Well, not me. I could sit here like this for hours. If you want to.
I like to if you like to.
Okay, let's.
Ben.
What, Marge?
Have you heard anything about a dance to be held in the near future?
No, is there a dance?
Tomorrow night.
Well, that's the near future, all right. You know, I sure wish I could dance better.
Silly, you're a good dancer.
No, I was bad enough before I went in the Navy. Then with those sailor pants. Too tight.
But you've been out of uniform for months.
Yeah, now I'm out of practice.
If you're out of practice, there's only one thing to do.
I guess you're right, Marge. I'd better take one of those courses.
You don't need a course. All you need is to dance. Why, if we...
What?
What are you waiting for? Some girls would beg you to take her to a dance.
Nah, I'd never expect anything like that, not in a million years.
Well, if you...
What?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, thought you were going to say something.
I was, but now I'm not. What time is it?
Oh, watch says 10:15, but I may be a little slow.
You certainly are.
What?
Oh, go on home.
But a few minutes ago you said...
Go home, for goodness sake. I never want to see you again in my whole life.
For goodness sake, Marjorie, if you're going to play that thing, play it. Don't just make a noise.
I'm sorry.
Well, you going to play or not?
No, I'm not.
Why don't you light someplace, young lady? You've been running around like this all day.
I'm sorry if I've annoyed you. I'll try to bear it in mind in the future.
Wonder what's eating her.
Answer somebody, please. It may be important.
Well, please keep your shirt on, will you? Hello. Just a minute, please.
Okay, is it for me?
No, my dear, it's for Leroy. Is he upstairs?
Leroy? Who in the world cares where Leroy is?
I don't know who, but he's on the telephone. Leroy! Leroy!
It's time to start getting some bread because the man didn't come today.
Oh, thank you, Bertie. I'm sorry, but...
That's Captain Fuzzy didn't show up.
All right, Bertie. I'm sorry. Leroy isn't here. You have to call back later.
Fred, man, Leroy, Bertie. How can anybody live in this house?
Now, you see here, my dear, if the prospect of a simple dance at the country club puts you into this kind of a state, we'll reconsider it.
Ha!
What do you mean by ha?
I'm not going to the dance, that's all.
Not going, my dear? But well, why didn't you tell me?
I wasn't sure. But it's too late now. Besides, what good would it do to tell anybody?
I don't understand this, Marjorie. I thought you and Ben, after all, he was here last night.
I know. I hinted all I could, but there are limits. I think I went a little past them.
Yeah.
But he's so Well, I don't know.
Well, I like a boy that's not too forward. These flashy kids.
Well, I like him, too. But what good does that do now?
You could call him up.
I'd rather die. He can just sit home by himself all evening, just like I'll be doing.
Maybe he'll call up.
It's too late now. Anyway, I said a few things that might discourage him.
Oh? You've got a temper, my dear. I don't know where it came from, but you've got a temper. You've got to learn to control it.
Don't start lecturing me.
Marjorie, would you like to go to the dance if you had an escort?
Of course I would. I'd like to show Francie I'm not just a poor sap that's stuck with one slow poke of a boy.
Well, I happen to know a certain chap, and he's no slowpoke.
Really? Who is it?
Certain uncle, not 1,000 miles from here. How about it?
Well...
Come on, my dear. By George, I feel younger than Ben right now. Oh, the girl of my dreams is the sweetest girl. Ta-di-ya-da-di-ya-da-dee.
The President of our country has asked us to conserve food so that we can help hungry people in other parts of the world. So, homemakers, hold on to the leftovers. One of the cleverest ways to serve leftover vegetables or meat or seafood is in a rich golden cheese sauce, made the easy way with Velveeta. This cheese food with the rich yet mild cheddar flavor always melts smooth, adds such goodness and fine food values. As a matter of fact, when you glamorize leftovers with Velveeta sauce, you're adding high-quality, complete protein, precious milk minerals, food energy, riboflavin, and vitamin A. To make that rich-tasting, nutritious cheese sauce, just melt 1/2 pound of Velveeta in the top of your double boiler, and then gradually stir in 1/3 cup of milk. Like magic, you have satin-smooth cheese sauce, perfectly delicious on leftovers, and a wonderful help with main dishes during Lent. Tomorrow, look for Velveeta at your food store. The name on the package tells you that you're getting a smooth melting cheese food of Kraft quality. Well, you ought to see the great Gildersleeve. Crowded into his tuxedo, muffled with a white silk scarf, and crowned with a derby, he is a perfect picture of what the well-dressed man once wore. In his left hand, he clenches a pair of gray suede gloves, while with his right, he guides his niece between parked cars across the gravel driveway of the Summerfield Country Club. And is he merry?
Oh, a-dancing we will go, a-dancing we will go, hi-ho. Come on, my dear, sing. A little high for you? A little high for me. Hi-ho, the merry-o, a-dancing we... Marjorie, what's wrong? Why are you holding back?
Oh, Uncle, I'm scared. I wish we hadn't come.
Scared? Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard, my dear. Why, you'll be the belle of the ball. What are you scared of?
Well, I always get nervous when I go to dance.
Ridiculous. Why, the boys will be falling all over themselves asking you to dance with them. And I can tell your old uncle's going to feel a little bit jealous, too. Come on.
Oh, Uncle, not just yet. Let's not go in right away. Let's just wait out here a little while.
What for? Marjorie, honey, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing, really.
I want you to have a good time, my dear. You know that.
Oh, I am. I'm enjoying this very much. It's so nice out here, the stars and everything.
Yes. Listen. The music. Wouldn't you like to go in now?
Oh, not yet, not yet. Not going yet.
Very well. Marjorie, I'm going to tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl, and her name was Cinderella. And Cinderella was very sad because she was afraid she wasn't pretty. And she was afraid nobody liked her. She was afraid she wasn't going to get to go to the ball. She was afraid of everything. But along came her fairy godmother and waved her magic wand, and all of a sudden, lo and behold, Cinderella was wearing a little white bunny jacket, just like yours. And on her feet were little gold slippers, just like yours.
The slippers for glass.
All right, they didn't have gold in those days.
And then the fairy godmother waved her magic wand again, only this time she waved it over a pumpkin. And what do you think? It turned into a 1938 Studebaker, just like mine. And they climbed in and went to the ball, and the kid had the time of her life. That's the way it's going to be with you, my dear. You're Cinderella, you see?
Oh, Uncle, you're so nice. I guess you must be Prince Charming.
Prince Charming? Oh, no, he's inside there, waiting. Probably got a crew haircut and a pug nose. No, I guess I'm just your fairy god uncle. Or maybe I'm built more like the pumpkin. Come on, Cindy, let's go in, huh?
Let's take this table, Unky. This is better.
I don't know why you want to hide way back here, but it's your party. Sit down, my dear. Waiter, do me a favor, will you? Ask the band leader when they finish this piece if you'll play the Sweetheart of Sigma Chi.
Uncle Mort, that's a waltz.
Well, waltz is my specialty. Then I do them all, of course. Charleston, bunny hug, anything. You name it, I'll do it, my dear. What do you say? Shall we take a crack at it?
Well, not just yet, Unky, if you don't mind. Let's just watch a while.
Oh, my dear, we came here to dance. Come, on your feet. Come on. What the?
They're stopping.
We just got here.
Uncle Mort, stop clapping. Sit down.
Sweetheart of Sigma Chi, fellas. Play the Sweetheart of Sigma Chi.
Uncle Mort, please. Everybody's looking at you. Please sit down.
Pretty good crowd here tonight, that. Do you know any of these young people around here, my dear?
You?
Why don't you speak to them? Invite them over to our table. Maybe some of them will dance with you. Which ones are they?
Oh, no, Unky, please.
Why not? This is a party. We can't just sit here and mope. Cheer up, my dear. Smile. Look, I'll show you a little trick. You ever see this one? I put the water glass here, and the spoon here, and another spoon on the top of it, so. Now, the trick is to hit this spoon, make the other one jump into the glass. Watch.
I'm watching.
I didn't hit it hard enough. Good trick, though. Try again. Watch. Oh! I beg your pardon, ma'am.
Uncle Mort, don't go after it.
I miscalculated a little, I'm afraid. I was just trying to entertain my niece there. Hope you'll forgive me.
Uncle Mort, don't be so conspicuous. Do sit down, please.
That wasn't a bad shot in its way.
Uncle Mort.
Yeah, I think the band's getting ready to play again. Yeah, they're going to play the Sweetheart of Sigma Chi now. Oh, I got to dance to this. Prithee, fair maiden, wouldst thee tread a measure with me on yon dance floor?
Oh, Unky, don't be corny.
Who's being corny? I'm trying to give you a good time.
Well, sit down, please.
To get all dressed up, I take you way out here, and all you do is tell me to sit down. Don't even want to dance. What's the matter? Are you ashamed to be seen with me?
No, Unky, of course not. Well, maybe I'll feel like dancing a little later.
Well, why don't they go ahead and play? Here it comes. Oh! That's not the Sweetheart of Sigma Chi. I hate this song. Already I hate it. This band spends all its time putting on funny hats. Confound it, I'm a paid-up member in this club. I got a right to request a number and have it played.
Oh, Uncle Mort, let's dance.
Huh?
Please, let's dance, quick.
All of a sudden now you want to dance. What is this? Maybe I don't want to dance now.
Get out, please.
But I can't dance to that thing.
You don't have to. Just pretend. Oh, Uncle Mort, you're a scream.
What's funny?
Oh, I don't know when. I've had such a good time.
Hey, what's going on here?
Ben just came in with Francie.
Ben? Where?
Never mind, don't look. That's me across the floor over to the other side, quick.
Oh. Sorry, ma'am. Ben with Francie, you say?
How could you do it, my best friend?
Now, Marjorie, I'm sure it'll...
Thanks, Unky. I'll see you later.
Wait, where are you going?
To the powder room.
Marjorie, if you're going in there to hide... Marjorie, wait a minute. Now, listen to me. You can't...
Mort, you can't come in here.
Whoop, pardon me.
You, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Huh? Oh, Ben. What are you doing out here?
Same thing you are, I guess. Getting some air.
Where's Francie?
Hanged if I know. I had about half a dance with her since I brought her here. She is popular with the stag line.
Ben, I want to talk to you. Sit down. Oh, better not sit on that bench. Dew on it.
Too late now.
Yeah, tough luck. You know, Ben, I don't know what happened yesterday between you and Marjorie, but...
Neither do I.
Huh?
She just suddenly got sore at me.
What made you think she was sore at you?
She told me she never wanted to see me again as long as she lived.
Is that all?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Ben.
So then I told her, well, if that's the way she felt.
What in the world made you think that was the way she felt?
Well, that's what she said.
Oh, Ben, we're going to have to start from the beginning with you.
Well, that's the way it was. And I ran into Francie later, and she said, who was I going to the dance with? And I said, nobody, I guess. So then the first thing you know, I found I was going with Francie. Darn it. Guess I just don't understand girls.
Yeah, well, who does? But I can tell you one way to get along with them.
What's that?
Pay no attention to anything they say. Now, take Francie. She wanted you to take her to the dance, didn't she?
I guess so. It wasn't my idea.
And where is she? Off with somebody else. And Marjorie. She said she never wanted to see you again.
That's right.
And where is she? In the powder room, crying her eyes out.
Gee, do you think so?
I know it, Ben. Now, why don't you go and wait for her to come out of there? And when she does, well, you're on your own.
But what about Francie?
I'll take care of Francie. I'll fix her wagon, if she ever turns up.
Hi, Auntie. Look who's here.
Hi, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, Ben.
He's kidnapped me.
Yeah.
You're sure you don't mind?
Me, no.
You're not lonely sitting there?
Lonely? Don't worry about me, children. Enjoy yourselves. Just the same, I wish I'd brought somebody to enjoy myself with. Sweetheart of Sigma Chi, fellas. Play the Sweetheart of Sigma Chi. Nobody will play Sweetheart of Sigma Chi.
Oh, pardon me. I thought this table... Mr. Gildersleeve. Well, hello.
Hello, Francis. Don't you sit down?
Oh, but I thought this table... I mean, it's so nice to see you, but where's Ben?
Oh, Ben's around, I guess.
No, isn't that awful? I turned my back for 1 minute and... Hi there. I turned my back for 1 minute and looked...
As a matter of fact, I think Ben is dancing with Marjorie, or he was.
Marjorie? Don't tell me Marjorie's here. Well, I understood she wasn't going to be able to come.
Oh, she came.
I must see her. Walter! Well, hello! Who did Marjorie come with?
Me.
Oh.
Ben and I thought we'd swap girls for a couple of dances, with your permission, of course. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. No, that's fine.
Well, sit down.
Yes, sir.
Well, how have you been, Francis?
Oh, fine. Just fine.
That's good. Mother well, is she?
Oh, yes, she's fine.
That's good. She know you're here?
Hi there. Where have you been keeping yourself? No wonder you wouldn't give a girl a jingle sometime.
You seem to have a great many acquaintances here, Francis.
Oh, you know, just boys.
Just boys, yes, I noticed. Is that chair uncomfortable?
Oh, no. I just always hate to sit still, I guess.
Oh. Would you like me to show you a little trick?
Oh, I love tricks. Hi, Freddie. What's new?
Francis, you're not watching. I do this trick with 2 spoons and a glass of water. You see, I place one... They're playing it.
What?
The Sweetheart of Sigma Chi.
Oh, that old thing.
Oh, it gets me every time. Hi, George, I'm not going to just sit here. Prithee, fair maiden, wouldst thee tread a measure with me on yon dance floor?
I beg your pardon?
Would you like to dance?
Oh, well, gee, I'd love to, Mr. Gildersleeve, but honestly, I've danced so much, and I'm so out of breath, and my feet are so tired.
Oh, I see. Well, never mind. This just happens to be my favorite dance tune, that's all.
Really? How can you like anything so slow?
It's slow.
Jerry, well, for goodness sakes, hi.
Hiya, Francie. What do you say we show these Ickies how to break up this old chestnut?
Well, the only thing is...
I think the young man is inviting you to dance, Francis.
Would you mind?
No. Go ahead. Dance.
Oh, thanks. Oh, Jerry, you're simply a lifesaver.
Lemon kind. Oh, her feet are tired. Nobody will play my tune. When they play it, nobody will dance with me. Well, I suppose I might get Ben to bring Marjorie home. Then I could...
Boo! Guess who?
What's it? Let's go, let's go.
Guess who it is, Fish? Guess now, you hear?
Leela!
Hello, Throckmorton.
Leela. Am I glad to see you? Don't tell me you're... Oh, hello, Judge.
Good evening, Throckmorton.
Join me at my table, won't you? I'm all alone here. I didn't see you people come in.
Oh, we just this minute arrived. We're terribly late, I'm afraid.
I waited exactly 1 hour and 1/2 while Leela dressed.
Oh, now, Horace, don't start that again, please. He's been crabbing all the way over here.
I can only say, Leela, that if it took 1 hour and a half, it was time well spent.
Well, thank you, Throckmorton. Now, why can't you say nice things like that, Horace?
Leela, you hear what they're playing?
The Sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
My favorite.
Mine, too. Prithee, fair maiden, wouldst thee tread a measure with me on yon dance floor?
In faith, fair sir, I would, and that right gladly.
Well, what's so funny?
You'll pardon us, Judge, while we trip the light fantastic?
Now, look here, Gildersleeve. I'm the one who brought her here.
Oh, now, Horace, don't be an old spoiled sport.
Here, have a glass of water, Judge. Enjoy yourself. Come on, Leela. On with the dance. Let joy be unrefined.
Oh, yeah. Throckmorton, not so tight.
The girl of my dreams.
I love the waltz. I like to close my eyes and just let myself go and feel everything spinning around me.
You're like a feather, Leela.
Oh, and you lead beautifully. You're so masterful. I declare, Throckmorton, I could waltz with you all night.
Leela, why shouldn't we waltz through life together?
Oh, why shouldn't we?
Oh, nuts! Well, there's the answer. You can't waltz to that. You and your funny hats. Ladies and gentlemen, this past week, over 1.5 million boys and girls who live on America's farms have been celebrating National 4-H Club Week. In farming communities everywhere, these 4-H club members have been making plans and putting special work behind their Win the Peace goals. One of the most important of these goals is to help produce more food for the war-torn world. We all know what a tremendous contribution 4-H clubs made to wartime food production. Now we want to congratulate these farm boys and girls on the way they're facing the challenge of today's big jobs.
The people at Kraft are acquainted with many of these boys and girls who are doing such fine work. To every 4-H club group, Kraft wants to wish the very best of success in this splendid new program.
Good night, everybody.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. Leroy and Marjorie and Bertie are played by Walter Tetley, Louise Erickson, and Lillian Randolph. Leela Ransom is Shirley Mitchell, and Judge Hooker is Earl Waltz. This is John Lang speaking for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
We're into the Lenten season, and that means more egg, fish, and cheese dishes on many menus. So now's the time to call on the flavor magic of Kraft Salad Mustard. This tangy, golden Kraft Salad Mustard adds extra zest to cheese fondues and Welsh rabbits, peps up cream sauces for fish and hard-cooked eggs. It's so appetizing in so many ways, you'll surely want Kraft Salad Mustard handy when you prepare Lenten meals. And to please sharper taste, also buy a jar of Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Get both kinds. They're both extra delicious.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Kraft Foods Company presents The Great Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
It's The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry, brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of a complete line of famous quality food products.
Is that you, Unky?
Yes, my dear.
My, you're late for Saturday. Don't tell me you've been working all afternoon.
Yes, I've been working. Bessie sprained her wrist yesterday and couldn't type, so I had to finish up a lot of letters and things myself.
You look tired, Unky. Do you want me to get your slippers?
No, thank you, my dear. Might just slip off my shoes, though.
Poor Unky. Would you like Bertie to make you a cup of tea?
Well, that might not be so bad.
Now you stretch out on the sofa, and I'll see about the tea.
Feels good to wiggle my toes for a change. Give him a chance to breathe.
Mr. Gildersleeve, is that you? I thought I heard somebody come tromping in.
Yeah, it's me, Bertie.
He's terribly tired, Bertie. Could he have a cup of tea?
Oh, right away. I got the kettle on the stove.
Thank you. Something you wanted, Bertie?
Well, yes, sir, there was, but seeing you don't feel so good, I just let it go.
Thank you, Bertie.
Yes, sir. I figure why kick a man when it's down. Man, it's all wore out, don't want to hear no bad news.
Yeah, that's right.
No, sir, I ain't got no use for people come running with news of trouble. That's the way some folks do, but not Bertie.
Yes.
You get your rest, Mr. Gildersleeve, and I'll fix your tea. And you just forget about that leaky roof till tomorrow.
Leaky roof?
Don't you worry, Mr. Gildersleeve. I won't say another word about it.
You know anything about the roof leaking, my dear?
Oh, it's not a very big leak yet, and there won't be any rain before Monday. Now, don't think about it. Just shut your eyes and think about something pleasant.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Have you thought of something?
You know, Marjorie, if I had a suspicious nature, I'd think you were trying to get something out of me.
Why, Unky!
But I haven't, of course. No, my dear, I realize you're getting older and more thoughtful. It's a great comfort to me.
I'm glad.
Yes. Happy little family. Happy little family. Whoever that is, I'm not here.
I'll answer it. I'll answer it, Bertie. Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Gildersleeve isn't here. Is there a message? The police station?
What?
Hold the line, please. Unky, Leroy and Craig Bullard are at the police station. They've been arrested for stealing some lumber.
What?
Do you want to talk to the man?
No. Just tell him I'll be right down. Arrested. Where did I put those shoes? You're properly ashamed of yourself, Leroy. And I'm sorry to see you mixed up in this, Craig.
I didn't do anything. Leroy did it. You did, too.
Now, let's have the facts.
They're going to put us in jail, Unc?
No, nothing like that.
I want to go home.
We'll go home as soon as I talk to the... Who was it that called me? That fellow behind the desk?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tackle him in a minute. But I have to know exactly what happened first, Leroy. That means the truth.
Okay. We were just playing around the new house, and all we did was pick up a couple of old boards we thought nobody had want.
I want the truth, Leroy.
Well, this is it. We didn't think anybody would mind just a couple of boards, so we were taking them home, and a cop saw us and brought us here. I want to go home.
Just a minute, Craig. Is that all, Leroy? Absolutely all?
Sure, that's all we took, wasn't it, Craigie? I didn't take any. What about the nails?
Nails?
Craig's got a whole pocket full of them.
Well, walk easy so you won't jingle, Craig. Now, come with me, both of you.
Are you in charge here, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. Are you this boy's guardian?
Yes, the one that needs a haircut.
Now, just let me have your name and address, please.
Never mind that, Sergeant. It just so happens that the chief of police is a close personal friend of mine. So if you don't mind, I'll just take this up with him.
You mean you want to see the chief?
I do.
Now?
That is correct. And if you're interested in keeping your job...
I'm interested, but I'm not worried about it. The chief is out of town. Drove over to Salinas this afternoon for a visit with his mother.
Oh, he did he? Every time there's anything popping in this town, the chief is somewhere else. Well, now look here, Sergeant. Have a cigar.
I don't use tobacco, thanks.
Oh, admirable. Yes, indeed. Well, now let me tell you, Sergeant, just as man to man, don't you think it's ridiculous arresting these boys just for picking up a couple of sticks of wood?
Well, the report says they were walking off with 3 planks of number 2 Douglas fir.
Well, what's the difference to a boy? They're just pieces of wood.
That's all I thought they were, Unc. Just a couple of old pieces.
I'm handling this, Leroy. You're in a very serious predicament. Let me do the talking. I suppose this is only petty larceny, isn't it, Sergeant?
What do you mean, only petty larceny? In this state, you can get a year in jail for petty larceny.
Unc! Did he say jail?
He's not talking about you, Leroy.
I want to go home.
Hey, for heaven's sake.
I told him not to take it.
You be quiet or I'll tell him about the nails. Sergeant, I'm sure the chief will straighten this out when he gets back.
Well, that may be. All I know is these boys are booked and they'll have to appear in court on Monday morning.
Unc! We have to go to jail till Monday?
No, I'm sure that I can arrange...
Get quiet.
I'll take you home in a minute.
Shut up. This is the police station.
Will you release these boys in my custody, Sergeant?
I'll be glad to.
Stop crying, Craig, or I'll leave you in jail. Now, come on.
No. As I say, Gilda, there's nothing I can do but let the law take its course.
Call yourself a lawyer?
I'm not only a lawyer, but a judge. My oath pledges me to uphold the law, whereas you're trying to get me to circumvent it.
Oh, you make me tired, Judge. I'm not asking this for myself. I'm asking it for Leroy. Think of the effect this court business will have on him.
I suspect you're thinking of the effect it'll have on you.
What are you hinting at, you old goat?
The publicity. It won't be nice.
Confound Leroy. He thinks of absolutely nothing but himself. I don't know what to do with him, Horace. By George, I've got half a mind to send him to military school.
What the dickens for?
Because he's getting out of hand. Because he won't pay any attention to anything I say. This is the way delinquency starts, Horace.
Oh, nonsense. Sending him to military school would be simply crawling out of your own responsibility.
It would not. Military school will be the making of that boy. Teach him to sit up straight and toe the mark.
Well, he's your nephew, but I'm against it.
What would you do?
Have you tried reason, Throckmorton?
Reason with Leroy? Don't make me laugh.
I mean adult reason. I've watched you try to reason with Leroy, and you treat him like a child.
Leroy happens to be a child, Horace, and a pretty childish one at that.
It makes no difference. Treat him as an adult, and he'll respond in an adult way.
You really think so? Well, as a lawyer, you're a total loss. Why I should take your advice on child psychology, goodness only knows.
Well, there's one thing about it, Gildy. It's free.
I'll take it. Leroy, my boy, sit down here a minute.
What for?
I want to talk to you. As man to man.
Yeah?
Sit down.
Okay.
Not way over there. Come closer.
Closer?
Yes, bring the chair over here.
Okay.
Now, as man to man, you realize you've been a bad boy today.
Yeah, I guess so.
I want you to think about it a little. I want you to think about what kind of a man you'll turn out to be. I want you to... Leroy, what are you counting, if I may ask?
The squares in the carpet.
Well, stop it. And stop looking at that carpet. Look me in the eye.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to treat you like a grown-up.
My boy, you've committed a serious offense. And I want to ask you a serious question.
What?
What do you think your punishment should be?
Me?
Yes, you. I'm putting the decision up to you. You've committed a crime. You've broken the state law. You've broken one of the 10 Commandments. Number 8, I believe. What kind of punishment do you think would be fair and just?
No dessert for a week?
I give up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you, young man. I'm going to send you to military school. Yes, sir, military school. You'll wear a uniform all day, and you'll keep it neat and clean. And you'll learn to salute and march and say, sir. Now, what do you think of that?
I think I like it.
Then you can't go. Now get upstairs to bed.
No supper?
Well, no dessert. By George, we're going to have some discipline around here.
Did you ever stop to think that the only difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little word extra? You mothers might take, for example, those vegetables you urge the family to eat every day. Now, served plain, the children may sometimes think they're pretty ordinary. But when served with a rich golden cheese sauce made with smooth melting Velveeta, they are extraordinary. It's wonderful that extra flavor Velveeta adds. Rich yet mild cheddar cheese flavor. And there's extra food value, too, for Velveeta adds high-quality, complete protein, precious milk minerals, food energy, riboflavin, and vitamin A. With Velveeta, it's easy to make that rich-tasting, nutritious cheese sauce. Just melt a half pound of Velveeta in the top of your double boiler. Then stir in 1/3 cup of milk, and there's your sauce. Delicious on such vegetables as broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, green beans, or onions. Grand on fish, too. So when you shop tomorrow, be sure to get Velveeta for marvelous cheese sauce that's such a splendid help during Lent. And for snacks and sandwiches, too. Insist on the genuine Velveeta, the cheese food of Kraft quality. Now back to the great Gildersleeve, who is once again where he so often finds himself, at his wit's end. Baffled and discouraged by the problem of how to bring up a young nephew, he has decided to shove it aside for the moment and seek diversion among his friends at the Jolly Boys Club. And so he sets out, a heavy-hearted jolly boy, glumly in search of an evening of fun.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Greetings, Peavy. You going to the Jolly Boys?
Yes, I thought I would for a little while.
Well, I'll walk down with you.
Oh, that's real nice of you. I'm glad to have your company. You don't mind if I close up shop here first? Won't take but a minute. Sit down.
Yes, go ahead. Peavy, don't ever have any children.
I beg pardon?
I say, whatever you do, don't ever have any children.
I wasn't thinking of having any.
Well, don't. They'll drive you crazy. I say they'll drive you crazy.
Let's go.
Peavy, I'm trying to talk to you about children.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
No, you're not. You're counting.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to close up here. 57 and 60, that's about 15. Now, what was it about children, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Oh, let it go.
You seem to be a little out of sorts this evening somehow.
Well, who wouldn't be? Leroy's gone and got himself in jail.
Leroy?
Well, not in jail exactly. He got himself arrested.
Leroy got
Well, not arrested exactly. I had to go down to the police station and bail him out.
You had to...
Well, not bail him out. They released him in my custody.
You sure it was Leroy? I was only joking, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, it's nothing to joke about. You don't know what worry is, Peavy. You've never had any children.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I wouldn't say I never worry. After all, I'm a married man. With wife is a blessing, of course, in many ways, but she's also a responsibility.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about her going out and swiping lumber.
Is that what Leroy's been up to?
I'm afraid so.
And I always say boys will be boys.
I know you do. I wish you'd think up something different to say for a change. Come on, Peavy, let's get out of here.
Let's hear that fruity baritone of yours.
Yeah, come on, Gildy.
Some other time, fellas. I'm not in the mood right now.
What's the matter, Commish? You don't seem like your old foolish self tonight.
Is the chief of police going to be here, Floyd? I've been trying to get a hold of him all day.
Well, the chief's out of town visiting his mother. At least that's his story. Why?
Nothing.
Gildersleeve's nephew has had a little run-in with the police.
Leroy?
He's been helping himself to wood from a new house, if you must know.
Oh, baloney. A couple of little boards? Who hasn't swiped a couple of little boards when he was a kid? Well, I'll bet every one of us sitting here in this room has lugged off more lumber than Leroy ever saw. Including Peavy.
Well, now, I'll come to think of it.
Why, sure. A new house goes up, a kid just naturally got to play on it. You know that yourself, Commissioner.
Well, I guess it is pretty tempting. But playing is one thing. Stealing is something else.
Stealing? Well, who's stealing? So a couple of boards are laying around. The kid sees other people building things, and he wants to build something. Monkey sees, monkey do, that's all.
Floyd is right, Gildy. It's just as he says. The creative impulse in youth needs an outlet, that's all.
Did I say that?
If the community provided proper facilities for play, these little peccadillos wouldn't occur.
That's right. I'm for kids.
You know, Horace, you've got me thinking maybe I was wrong for once.
That, I would say, is a major achievement.
Yes. After all, Leroy only wanted the board so he could build himself a clubhouse.
Leroy is a good kid. I'm for Leroy.
After all, a clubhouse, fellas. Has there ever been a kid who didn't want a clubhouse?
That's right.
Yes. Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, Penrod, all of them. The first thing they want is a clubhouse. A place they can call their own.
I'm for kids. Kids are better than people.
Yes, well...
They're your only real friends, the kids are. You know that? A kid'll never knife you in the back, which I wish I could say of some other people, mentioning no names.
That's true, Floyd. But
I ought to know I cut their hair every day. I see all kinds. The only thing I got against kids, they won't sit still. At least they ain't crabs and sourpusses. I hate a sourpuss. Like I told my wife, when I come home nights after a hard day's work, I like a little cheery atmosphere around the place.
Floyd.
But I'm for kids.
Yeah.
I think we can safely say that we're all in favor of children, Floyd.
Well, count me in.
But what we're discussing is, at the moment, Leroy.
Leroy's okay. He's a good kid.
Granted.
I was a kid once myself.
You were not alone in that either.
Ahoy up there.
Fellas, it's the chief. He's back.
Ahoy yourself. Come on up.
Yeah. Now, stick with me, fellas. We've got to make him see this my way.
He'll see it, Joe. Way the chief's a good kid. I'm for kids. Hiya, Chief.
Well, here's a pretty sight. If I didn't know you all, I'd swear it was the Dillinger gang.
Evening, Chief.
Evening.
How'd you find your mother?
Ah, she's swell, Judge. Just swell. She's getting on now, but I kid her along. I tell her she doesn't look a day over 60. Well, Peavy, how's drugs and sundries?
No, I can't complain. I don't know why I say that. Business is terrible.
Well, keep plugging.
Chief.
Commissioner, I didn't see you standing there under the moose.
I wonder if I could have a word with you, Chief.
You bet. And what's this I hear from my desk sergeant about your nephew being picked up?
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about.
No use you two getting so confidential over there. We know all about it. Now, look, Chief, Leroy's a good kid. Why don't you just forget the whole business?
Well, it's not so easy.
What's hard about it?
Well, the fellow that's building the house is Honrath.
Honrath? He's a louse.
Well, sure, he's kind of a louse, but he's got influence. And he claims the kids are swiping his lumber so fast that he can't get his house built.
But, Chief, a few crummy little boards.
I know it's a petty crime if there ever was one, but unfortunately it's on the blotter now. If it hadn't gone on the blotter...
Well, if you'd been on the job, it wouldn't have got on the blotter. Why weren't you out catching crooks, Chief, instead of gallivanting around the countryside?
My sergeant takes care of that, and it seems he caught a couple.
Gentlemen. Really, is this necessary?
Yes, it is.
Well, it's necessary.
Say, Chief, let me ask you a simple question, and you can answer it or not as you see fit. But you're a bum if you don't.
What's the question, Floyd?
Were you ever a kid, Chief, or were you born a cop?
Of course I was a kid. I've got pictures of when I was a kid. Or my mom has. I was going through the album with her only yesterday.
Then don't you remember, Chief, what it was like to be a kid? Didn't you ever play hooky from school?
I guess so.
Didn't you ever roast Mickeys in a fire?
Well, sure.
Didn't you ever go swimming in the old swimming hole?
You too, Judge?
Think of it, Chief. Your childhood. Blessings on thee, little man, barefoot boy with cheeks of tan. They were the happiest days of your life, weren't they?
The golden days of childhood.
Fellas, I didn't want to do this. I was out of town at the time. But don't you see, there it is on the books. Fellas, don't look at me like that.
Well, I guess the Chief just hates kids, that's all.
That's a hard thing to say of any man, Floyd, but I'm afraid you're right.
Fellas.
The quality of mercy is not strange. It falleth as the gentle rain from heaven.
You said it, Judge. What's the use of being good to your mother if you hate kids?
I don't hate kids. I'm as fond of kids as anybody. Even Leroy.
Leroy? Well, here's your chance to prove it.
But my duty, I took an oath. The boy was formally booked. It's there on the blotter in black and white. Caught stealing lumber. It's up to the owner now. If he wants to prefer charges, my hands are tied.
Well, let it go.
If Floyd.
He can't, that's all.
Thanks, Floyd. I'm glad somebody understands.
Chief, do you know what day this is?
What day?
10 minutes to midnight. 10 minutes to St. Patrick's Day. I don't know if that means anything to you, but I happen to have a bit of Irish in me myself.
Irish, is it? If there's Irish in a Munson, sure there's twice as much in a Gates.
Well, be that as it may, and let's not be breaking any heads over the matter. I'd hate to have the good Saints' Day come in without a song to greet it. Oh, shake hands with your Uncle Mike, me boy. Shake hands with your sister Kate. Shake... Oh, come on.
If you're going to sing an Irish song, Floyd, give us one with a little heart in it.
Commissioner, I thought you was a Dutchman.
Yeah?
How about you, Judge?
There's a bit of Irish Terrier in him, all right. The rest is goat. Come over here, Horace. You can sing if you'll sing softly.
I sing loud or not at all.
Well, that leaves only the Peeve. Guess Peavy's the only one ain't got any Irish in him.
Oh, no, I wouldn't be after saying that.
Him, too. What a pack of liars. Come on, Peavy. You know, Peavy only sings one note, but it's a pip.
Well, Peavy sings a note that can be heard only by dogs. Come on now, fellas. A little bit of, you know. Should a little bit of heaven fell from out the sky one day and nestled on the ocean in a spot so far away, and when the angels found it, sure it looked so sweet and fair, they said, suppose we leave it, for it looks so peaceful there. So they sprinkled it with stardust just to make the shamrocks grow. 'Tis the only place you'll find them, no matter where you go. Then they dotted it with silver just to make its lake so grand. And when they had it finished, sure, they called it Oh, that was great, fellas.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Why, Chief?
I know it. Always takes me this way. It reminds me of my mother. And me, a little one on her knee. Well, I'm not ashamed of it. Honest sentiment is nothing to be ashamed of.
You're right, Chief. And I'll tell you something else. St. Patrick's Day is hardly the time for a jolly boy to be jailing a nephew of a fellow member.
George got tempting there, Chief.
Yeah, how about it?
By Seamus, he's right.
Oh, now, fellas, I wouldn't want to interfere in any way with the chief's conception of his duty. Duty comes first.
No, Commissioner, my duty's clear to me now. I'll have a talk with this Honrath and see if I can't get him to withdraw the charge.
You think he might?
He'll either withdraw it or I'll have the building inspector hang a complaint on him. Picking on kids like that.
Thanks, Chief.
During the war years, we all heard a lot about the precious protein foods, how important these muscle builders are in the daily diet. Well, let's not forget which foods they are. For instance, the famous cheese food, Velveeta, is an excellent protein food. Whenever you spread Velveeta for snacks or slice it for sandwiches, whenever you melt Velveeta for glorious sauce, you're giving the folks a high-quality, complete protein. What's more, delicious Velveeta also helps supply milk minerals, food energy, riboflavin, vitamin A. And this pasteurized cheese food is digestible as milk itself. All of this means that genuine Velveeta is one of your best buys for nutrition. And just see how your family goes for its rich yet mild cheddar cheese flavor. Look for the yellow package marked Velveeta, the cheese food of Kraft quality.
Leroy, what are you doing awake at this hour? It's after 1 o'clock.
I couldn't sleep. Don't be mad at me, Unc, please.
I'm not mad at you, my boy. But what's wrong?
I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry if I was bad this morning. I didn't mean to be, but I'm sorry if I was. And I thought up a punishment, like you said.
Well, you forget it, my boy. I know you didn't mean any harm.
Well, then what was all the fireworks about?
I'm going to tell you something, my boy. It may be difficult to understand, but it's a fact. Grown-ups can sometimes make mistakes. Yes, even your old uncle. It's very confusing being a grown-up. Very confusing. I often wish I were a boy again like you. So make the most of the time when you're young, my boy. I want you to do nothing but have fun and have a good time. Will you remember that?
Yeah, but will you?
Well, I'll try. Now go to sleep. I haven't done this in a long time, Leroy. But do you mind if I kiss you goodnight?
No, go ahead.
Good night, my boy. God bless you.
Good night, Unc.
Oh, and Leroy.
Yes?
Don't forget to take the ashes out in the morning.
He's okay. Boy, I was worried about him there for a minute.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry. It is written by John Whedon and Sam Moore. The music is by Jack Meakin. This is John Lang speaking for the Kraft Foods Company and inviting you to listen in again next week for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve. And now here's a quick, easy way to pep up your Lenten time meals. You simply blend creamy golden Kraft salad mustard into appetizing egg and cheese dishes. Welsh rarebits, luscious cheese fondues, golden fillings for deviled eggs, and zestful cream sauces for hard-cooked eggs are just a few of the many dishes that call for the taste-tingling tang of Kraft salad mustard. And for an even more zestful flavor, there's the Kraft mustard with snappy horseradish added. Stock up tomorrow on both delicious varieties, Kraft salad mustard and Kraft horseradish mustard.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.